it is.
Responsible for more misery in the country than at any other point in my life.
Put a battery on it, cleared some cobwebs off and she was away. 24 valve, look at that. Wasn't expecting to see that under the bonnet. Leathery, spidery interior. Ugh. I don't want to get in there. What's it done? It says 33,000 miles. I don't think that's genuine.
I mean, that's gone down, not gone up.
Oh shit, yeah, that's not very good. Yeah, great. So there it is. It must be a 960. I'm guessing. They just said it was an old Volvo under a sheet. So when I got there, I was quite chuffed to see it was a 940, I thought. But then we lifted the bonnet and it was a 960. Which for drifting about and skidding around isn't so great because they blow up a lot. But it is quite rare. You don't get so many of the 3 litre 24 valve ones. I've never actually had one on the road. I don't know. I'll give it a pressure wash and I'll run and see what's what. But it's been off the road about 6 years. It's pretty straight. I think it'll clean up. I don't know. A bit of a shame to smash it up, but we'll see. Not the ideal thing for what we're looking for. But it is all there. And it's all leathered up, so... yeah. Even the side lights and indicators are intact. Right, yeah, I've got it off the truck, so we'll have a walk round. It's been sat for about 6 years outside that bloke's house. And obviously it's got a few signs of it being sat about, lots of mouldy bits and spiders and some green moss going on. Ew. But yeah, leather. Volvo leather never holds up very well. It always goes a bit cracky and horrible, but it's good to see some leather on there. What else have we got in here? Looks like a new catalytic converter for it. Well, that's handy, thank you very much. Hopefully it's got the original one still on it. Yeah, it's pretty dirty, but I think it might be savable. I don't think we're going to race it or smash it up or use it as a drift car or send it off for banger racing. I think, because it's a 3 litre, and I've never had one on the road, I do fancy having a go. I don't think the mileage can't be right at 33,000 miles. Obviously that's telling me it's probably closer to 233,000. Under the bonnet though, we'll find under the bonnet. There it is. It all looks pretty good. The engine's been running for about half an hour. Sounds good. The oil in it is brand new, because these engines have to be serviced regularly, otherwise they go pop. I don't like these engines. I've always heard terrible things about it, but I've never had one on the road apart from in an old limousine years ago. We hardly ever went anywhere in that. So, I think we'll get it on the ramp to make sure it's got a floor in it. I think this might be savable. I really do. Okay, let's see how it comes up. Well, I've got the big Swedish beastie up on the ramp now. It's all cleaned up. It's quite pretty good, really. Engine's still sounding sweet. I've had it running for over an hour. I think the tyres will be perish, won't they? But I'm expecting a lot of surface rust. I have not been under here yet. Let's have a look. Well, it's all there. I'm going to guess that's a limited slip diff on there. Volvo got a weird system. They kind of got a snow traction thing, where in the diff there's a little thing that goes round on a cog, a bit like a ratchet, and it locks it in up to 20 miles an hour on most of them, and then it flies out above that. So you've got a sort of limited or a lock diff up to 20 miles an hour. That's all surface. Sills are good. Yeah, surface. That's all very good. A fuel pump's still whizzing away there. It's not too noisy. Exhaust is a bit rusty. I think that joint needs redoing. That's been welded up. That's why I got it on the truck. So yeah, I've done that. Ooh, aftermarket cat, I think, yes. So emissions could be interesting, but we do have a new cat with it, so that's good. There's a new sump plug in the thing, because this one leaks a bit in the glove box. I imagine those rubbers won't be too pretty. A lot of surface rust on the suspension on the front components. That bit's probably quite rusty there. That's got a hole in it where the battery goes. Actually, the rubbers don't look terrible. Needs a really good wire brush off. I don't see anything that's an MOT issue as yet. Brake pumps aren't too bad. I'll have a look at the flexies in a bit. I'll have to put new tyres on it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Certainly doable. So that's good. I think the seals this side are all good. Volvos don't tend to rust out much. So up here a bit occasionally. But no, that's all good in there. There's a bit of surface here, but that is just surface. Not holes, so that's good. Yeah, it's right underneath. So I've just looked up how quick these things are. And obviously being a 3 litre 24 valve vehicle in something that's not immensely heavy. I know they look like they're heavy, but they're not really that heavy compared to modern vehicles. I think this will be an absolute retro rocket. So I'm going to save this. I'll get it ready for an MOT. I'm going to put 4 tyres on it, set wipers, check the brake pipes all round, check the brakes all over, give it a wire brush off, and probably underseal it underneath once it's done with some rust guard. And we'll go from there. Well, there it is. The bodywork's a lot cleaner. No mould and green stuff on it. I've not done the interior or the windows or anything, but tailgate's had a little bit of something on that back end there, but on the whole it shined up really well. I did take it for a quick spin. I don't film them anymore because even though I've got tray plates on the stuff, people still moan about it, but safe to say it goes like an absolute rocket ship. I did let out a few expletives when I accelerated and it was just like, oh my god, that is so fast. So it drives really well, it looks good. Interior wants a bit of a clean up. But yeah, I like that. That's a retro rocket and definitely worth keeping and saving. I am running out of room, but there it is. You can have a chat with the band limo and see what the antics are that it gets up to. L740. MOT that this week, hopefully. We couldn't fit all the band equipment in that, so we could take this as well. That means 2 people have got to stay sober, and neither of which are going to be me. But yeah, we're running short on room, but there's always room for one more. That is the motto, so I think I have to squeeze one in there somewhere.